icy. Like we're just gonna slowly go down this. Oh, it's so crunchy out here. Wow. GoPro Max, what are you doing there, buddy? Are you working? Don't tell me now, GoPros. Whoa. I haven't been on this path for a while, so I don't know if it's icy under the snow or what. It just snowed. Ooh, crunchy. Doesn't like this nice down there. So I think it's like -1 degrees out or something. Oh, stab in the foot. It is ice. Wow. Definitely ice. Okay. But there's like snow on top of it. So it's -1 degrees Fahrenheit. I think I can make it to the sledding hill and see if there's any intrepid sledders outside and then if I try that. What's up, puppies? Ooh. Very icy. Alright, here we go. There's not much snow over here. So Hybrid 600 in the comments, he was talking about, he's a big mid-drive guy. Kind of a mid-drive fanboy, dare I say. But Hybrid 600, I appreciate his comments. However, my opinion is that dual hubs are way better than a mid-drive in snow. Because when you're in the snow, there's snow getting on your chain, and snow is kind of like little ice chunks a lot of the times. And so like, if you got little ice chunks, it's kind of like sand that just gets like stuck in your chain. Like I have a chainring guard, and then even like back on your cassette and stuff, like if you're going in the snow, it's like you're going through like sand that, except snow like doesn't weigh as much as sand, so it like has a tendency to like go up onto your bike more. Look at this ice on there. Wow. Look at all this ice. This is crazy. This is what's underneath the snow. Look at this. But yeah, if you want a bike with fat tires that's going to be able to get through snow and get through anything, dual hubs is way better because you have twice the contact patch. You get the contact patch on your rear tire and the front tire. And then so when you're starting from a stop, Like, you just, even though these 2-hub motors, it's probably like the same torque as a BBS HD, like half of the torque is from the front of the bike, from the front wheel, and half is from the back of it, and it's completely different. So I don't know, until you've tried dual hubs with traction control, it's kind of hard to understand, kind of hard to fathom. I used to always think that the front motor was pretty dangerous, if you, like, just because it would spin out so easy. But if you have traction control, it's not bad at all. Let's hit this junk over here. Is there any junk left? I wanted to give the GoPro Max a little test there to see. Oh. We gotta see how the GoPro is doing the cold. Let's see if we can hit the floor here. Oh! Look on the pedal. Oh! Oh! There we go. It's a good thing I have that suspension seat on here. Holy buckets. Oh! So crazy. I actually kind of like riding in the snow in the street. So another thing about riding in the snow is it's like very bumpy, and your chain is going all over the place. And really, the big disadvantage of mid-drives that can't be understated is the chain, and how there's like just like a physical element of your bike where if you crash and it gets bent, or like if your derailleurs are really sensitive, and if it gets bent, if it gets bent a few millimeters, it's all out of whack. And if you have a mid-drive, you can crash, and then your derailleur breaks off, or the derailleur hanger breaks off or something. Like, you're just flipped out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't really feel like bringing derailleur hangers and derailleurs around all over the place. I don't know. Mid-drives, I think, like, mid-drives, you need a reason, like, a very specific reason to need a mid-drive. And with how cheap hub motors are, like, you can basically, I'm pretty sure you can build a dual hub motor bike for cheaper than buying a BBS HD, just because of how expensive the BBS HD is at this point, and tariffs and stuff. Whoa, sketchy. The BBS HD has always been kind of expensive compared to hub motors. Whoa. I'm kind of over mid-drives for now. The thing about mid-drives is they're good on like trails, or if you have like a really specific reason for one, but I don't know. They're also like a lot of maintenance, well, work kind of. He was wondering how steep this thing can get off. They can basically like go up the sledding hill. I don't know if it's icy, both of my nose. I'm not sure if BBS HD probably could have got all that too, but this thing you can basically like stop at the base of the hill. You're like, you could probably like stop in the middle of that hill and still be able to get going. thing I have maybe is like my iPad Pro. But whoa, 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 whoa. But yeah, I gotta figure out a way to even edit the GoPro max footage, because like that's the thing about 360 footage is you need like special software to even deal with it, and that was a problem with it before. It was so icy back there. That was crazy. That's why I don't like riding on the streets, because it is like, it'll just like look like some snow that's back down, but it's just like glare ice. It's crazy. I accelerated too much when I was like turning right there. My handlebar mitt, sometimes like my handlebar mitt kind of like catches my throttle a little bit. And then like when I release my throttle, it actually gets stuck on the side of my handlebar mitt, like inside of there, and then it, like it's still going when I don't want it to. And Cars really don't care, do they? Like even in the winter, like you gotta be careful riding bikes around, boys, because we are living in a world full of people that are their senses are dulled, I guess you could say. Mine were too for a long time. Alright, well, that's it for this video. Whoa! A little icy. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. The GoPro Max is still going. I don't know if my GoPro Hero 11 even works anymore, you know? But peace out, dudes. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Fuck guys. We're doing a new build soon, so I'll see you then. Peace out. Slightly cold. Like my thumb is cold, my thumb is like close to